Today we're going to learn about a wonderful French artist, Henri Matisse. He painted beautiful views out of his windows. And we are going to do the same today. Look at the colors he uses for his walls. They're blue and kind of like a purplish color. He's very playful. He doesn't try to copy what he sees. We're going to learn about some new terms today. This is the name of the artist Henri Matisse. We're also going to learn what is foreground and the background. And I will show you it in the artwork. Foreground is what you see in front of you, close to you. Background is what you see really far away on your artwork. So let me show you how we're going to do it. You're going to draw a view out of your window. But it doesn't have to be even a view out of your window. Any view you would love to see in your window. Imagine your view being an ocean, maybe a beach, or maybe a dragon. Anything you want. What we're going to start with, we're going to leave at least 3 fingers space on the top and about 3 fingers space on the bottom. We could say it's about 2 inches. We don't want our rectangle, the window would be too large because we need to draw other things around it. So leave some space on the sides, at least 4 fingers space here and at least 4 fingers space here. So don't make your window too large because I want to open our window. So what we're going to do, we're going to draw 2 vertical lines and 2 horizontal lines. You can even flip your paper if it's more comfortable. The line is the same direction as the side of your paper. It's called parallel. It's in the same direction as your paper. You see that? It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It's completely fine if it's not straight. Just like that. We have a beautiful rectangle. I will adjust it slightly. I hope you did the same thing. Once you get the rectangle done, we're going very lightly to draw the lines from the rectangle, from the 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, into the corners of our paper. We will connect each corner of the rectangle with the corners of your paper. Here we go. What am I doing this for? We're going to draw the window in perspective. So it looks like it's 3-dimensional. We're going to leave a little bit of space, about 1 inch on the side, and we'll draw a vertical line, a straight vertical line here. Look, it looks like our window is open. We will do the same thing on this side. We will just draw a vertical line here. And you could draw these lines a little darker, because this is where your window is. Now we don't need the lines on the sides. We can erase them. You could pause my video if it's too fast for you and go over it again. Here you go. We got a beautiful window. It's open. Now, what are we going to put inside the window? One more thing I wanted to add is a windowsill. I will draw the line a little bit above the bottom of our window. I will draw a horizontal line. This will be my windowsill. This is where I will put some things. What can I put on the window? Henri Matisse loved fish bowls. Why don't I do the same thing? I will draw a large circle here. It will be a fish bowl. Again, keep in mind, what you will draw on your window is totally up to you. You could draw a book, a bowl of apples, or a bird, maybe a cat. Whatever you want, it's your window. Draw a couple of large objects. These objects are going to be on the foreground, means in front. Fore means in front. Foreground. This is our word of the day today. This is new vocabulary. What we draw on this windowsill would be on the foreground. I will also add a beautiful flower here. I will draw a letter U. Very easy to draw, right? Maybe another rectangle here. Put it on the windowsill. Kind of like a curved on the bottom. And I will draw beautiful curvy lines. This would be a plant. You could draw, again, anything you want. Foreground, whatever is on the foreground, whatever is in front, always looks very large. Whatever is far away looks very small. Look out of your window and see, what do you see in your window that's very, very far away? Even the buildings look small. Now we have our bowl. You could make it as a circle, or you could cut it straight on the top to make it a little shorter. Now I have a vase and a bowl. Let's put some fish in there. You could draw ovals for the fish and triangles for the tail. It's very, very easy. You could draw triangles for the fins, cute eye and a mouth, and we got very, very cute fishes here. One of them could be very small. Here we go. Now we have something in front. What are we going to draw on the back? How about a beautiful view of the river? We could even draw Manhattan on the back, something that we could see from our window. You could draw buildings. The way you could draw them in perspective, you could draw a triangle on the top and straight lines down. Here we go, we got a building. Buildings in Manhattan are all beautiful and all different shapes and sizes. Some of them are very tall, some of them are short. You decide what kind of building do you want to draw. Maybe you have trees on the back. Here we go. On the water, you could put a boat. Maybe you have a boat. It's a semicircle and a triangle. Here we go, a sailboat. Now, this boat is very small. It's smaller than a vase. It is because it's on the background. Remember that word? Background. It comes from the word back. Means far away. Background. So the boat and the buildings are on the background. How about a little tiny small boats? They're even further back. This is also our background. Here we go. You could erase this line if you don't see it, even though your fishbowl could be transparent. And we're ready to add color. Our favorite artist, Henri Matisse. He was unusual with his colors. They called him Fauve artist, which translated from French means wild beast. Why did they call them a wild beast? Look at his colors again. Look how crazy the colors are. They're very bright. The water is pink. The walls are very bold and colorful. He didn't care what the colors looked like. So we're going to use some wild colors, some very bright colors. What if I made the sky yellow? What do you think? Would that work? I will draw over the buildings. Today I will use color pencils. You could use watercolors or color pencils. It's up to you. Now, why am I coloring over my buildings, you would ask? Because the color is so light. I could always add a darker color right on top of it. So don't worry to color the whole area with one color. It works really, really well. So I will make the yellow sky. Just like Matisse, we are going to be wild beasts today. I'm going to add a gradient. If you remember, a gradient is a smooth transition from one color to another color. So I'm starting with yellow. It's kind of like a sunset. Then to make a gradient, I will take orange and very lightly go on top of yellow. I do not press too hard. You see that? Very, very lightly. If I want to keep a color white, I would not color over it. Maybe the boat sail would be white. Then I will press on orange a little harder. Look how smoothly yellow transitions and becomes orange. That's what a gradient is. It's a smooth change of one color from one color to another color. In the next step, I will change into a darker color. It goes from yellow to orange to red. Have a look. I'm going to continue with orange for a little bit. I color it tightly and move the pencil in the same direction. You see, it goes diagonally. This way there is no white spaces left. This way the color is nice and solid. Then I'm going to add red right on top of my orange. Let's see how this looks. I go lightly first. Don't press so hard. I need to make a smooth transition. And then I'm going to go really dark. You could change the direction of your shading. You could move your paper as well if it's more convenient for you. See? Look how beautiful this window looks. It looks like a real sunset. Really, really nice. And now we're ready to add the color for the wall. I'm going to add the gradient to the background as well. You don't have to do the gradient. You could put a solid color. But I think gradient is very, very fun. So I'm going to I want to keep my window lighter. And I want to keep my wall darker. This way, your eye will look towards the window. The light will come through the window. So I will start with blue. It's a good idea to repeat your colors in your artwork. So if we used a certain color, can we repeat it again? Of course. So how about we add some shadows on those buildings? So on one side, you could decide that the light comes a little more from the left. One side of the building could have a shadow. Why not use orange or red? Because it's a sunset, right? So our building is all colorful, lit up by sun. So we could have red shadows. We could have some trees red as well. Since we're wild beasts, we could use any color we want for those trees. If you want a red tree or an orange tree, you could do that. We can pick a color for our plant. It doesn't have to be green if you don't want to. It could be purple. Up to you. Look how beautiful this looks already. It looks like a sunset. And again, I want to repeat my colors. I use blue here. How about use the blue on the boats as well? You could make a reflection from the boat in the water. It usually looks upside down. You can even add waves on the water. A little bit movement on the water, a couple of lines. Now, what color fish do you want to make? You decide. How about also blue? One of them could be blue with some orange fins. And the other could be maybe this color. Here we go. Have some fun with your colors. Enjoy it. And I decided to use a black marker. This is how black marker looks. It looks absolutely great if you outline it. This is my finished artwork. You could draw anything you want that you see out of your window. Make sure to add something in the foreground, a couple of larger objects in front, and something on your background, like boats or buildings, something smaller on the background. Feel free to use gradients and bold, bright colors. I'm looking forward to seeing your finished work.